Yes. For at the moment, the natural uranium could be buy from the international markets. In China, the nuclear power plants in China, we also export the natural uranium. We have one uranium mine in Namibia. The production annually could meet the demand. So for Nigeria, at the moment I don't know the uranium resource deployed in Nigeria. So if there are also plenty of resource of uranium, the CNAC can also provide the exploration, the process, yes, to support our nuclear power plants. I think so. I think the natural uranium it is not a problem now in China. The second. Yeah.
Can I add one point? I want to give you a big picture about nuclear power. We have one certain, correct me if I'm wrong, because when I serve in CNNC, I serve also international department, head of international department. So I want to share the Okay. So I want to share with you the big picture. Now we have 31 countries have a nuclear power plant. This big number. And second number figure is about the U.S. have 104 units. China now we have 54 in operation, some 19 are in operation. By the year 2030, we will have number one. That's in terms of units, we'll surpass U.S. So France also is 78% of nuclear power plant is supporting nation. That 78 is from nuclear power. They have 58, I think, units. You just talk Japan and also the UAE. We have most uranium is from Canada, Namibia, and Pakistan. China also we have uranium. So this is where you have to think about how can we get the supply from the international market. What I cannot represent CNNC, but I know that China, if you do nuclear power plant, we have to take responsible for the provide of supply of uranium. For example, from Chinese market, for example, Pakistan. Pakistan, the whole is working with China, and also in Argentina. So here in Nigeria, we don't have uranium, but we can use international market. There is a market of like Germany, like France, also they don't have uranium, so there's international market to provide uranium. You also mentioned about the
safety of uranium is asking.
Yeah. Yeah. And the second, you just mentioned about the environment, about animals. This is about security issues. Really, people are concerned about nuclear. Look at Fukushima in Japan, the nuclear accident. Most things is from the not only this is not from technology. So we think that how that the most important thing nuclear safety security. So that there is a public acceptance. We have to explain to the limitations of this safe technology. So it takes time to let people, especially Nigeria, to understand what's up nuclear power. In the whole African continent, according to my knowledge, South Africa, they have 1 unit. Egypt did not start to build nuclear power plant. And also the Algeria, they have a nuclear facility. What I mean that Nigeria has a leading competitive edge in the whole Africa. Especially here, we have a nuclear facility for research. So we think that Nigeria, we have paved the way to develop the nuclear energy. Because nuclear energy really is, we can show is a demonstration of the national capability by using the technology. So, am I right? Frankly, I'm not an engineer.
Yes.
Is that your question?
Carbon credit.
Finance, right? I had experience in Chinese model, for example, I strongly suggest CNC to invest here because it's big money. But big money could be used now. The technology is about 80 years. We build nuclear power plant. From technical point, correct me if I'm wrong. That is it can last 80 years. Right. That lifespan of nuclear energy is one. So according to the technology, we use about 8 years. So that is long-term investment. How can we get money? So Nigeria, I think that we cannot go to Chinese Exim Bank. Okay, you want to give me for 2 units. How much for the 2 units is big money. I think more than $4 billion for 1 unit. It's very expensive, but for 8 years, you think, oh, it's not expensive. But how can we get investment? 3 things. First, CNC can seek the Chinese government, Nigerian government to work together as a concessional loan or commercial loan from China, this way for Pakistan, and also the way for Argentina. So we have a successful project in Pakistan, right?
Yeah.
So 5, how many units we have done in Pakistan? 7 units in operation, I think. 7 units in operation. Pakistan now nuclear power plant will play a major role in the electricity line in Pakistan. Argentina and Algeria will sign a contract. So that means the Chinese Exim Bank supported by Chinese government is one way. Second way, I'm trying to suggest in the city invest here in Kogi State. They invest here and also they can use this project to get go to the bank to seek support from Chinese bank and Nigerian bank. And a third way also they can go to the stock market or they can use for stock capital market. So this is really a very, very important thing. Without money we cannot make this project. So I think that if we take long term thinking, that there is a possibility to discuss about the finance model. I think that there is international practice. And Chinese side also, I hope that CNC can do to invest more here. This is it. I don't know whether I made it clear. Please, is that is okay? Correct me if I'm right. Okay. I have another question there.
The last question was talking about how the nuclear electricity, how can we use it to harness power generation to feed our various hospitals across the state. That's what I think the commissioner was asking.
I haven't got your point. What say it again?
The question was asking, it's talking about the nuclear power, using it to generate electricity. Then we have hospitals cut across the states now that are using cutting-edge technology that are in high demand for power use. And how can we use this nuclear power generation to, supply electricity to the various hospitals?
That's related to 3 factors. First is about the generation, second is about transmission, third is about distribution. Is that correct? So that's here in Kogi State, if we want to build our Kogi State rate, the transmission line, this one, but I think that the power plant should be with the national rate. So that means we CNC can work with us, distribute to this is the third part, generation, transmission, and distribution. So this is not a big issue. If you have nuclear power, if we connect it to the national grid, I don't believe that we can have only if you do a small one. For example, ACP, 100 megawatts, maybe it's possible. 100 megawatts is possible. If you go to 1,000 megawatts, you have to go to national grid. So when I was in ACP, the government they're building knowledge zone. They are thinking about how can we use small ones. Small one here in China is building in China Hainan Island. They want to use a small reactor to this 100 megawatts. So that is why, because the small one, there is relating to national grid. There is a base load, and also very important if we have the high 1,000, we really need to build a very strong national grid. So here, I think that we can think about, we do want to build a national grid, a small one. Do you think that we can build a small grid here in Kogi State? By small one, it's technical. Correct me if I'm not technically an expert.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, if you permit me, one more question to the ambassador, sir. Ambassador, during your remark, you talked about the 5 IST, and you talked about ICT, you talked about synergy, you talked about talent cultivation, and you talked about technology. Now, His Excellency, in his own initiative to build talent in Kogi State, have been able to initiate Confluence University of Science and Technology, purely technologically based university here in Kogi State. Now, the coming of CMNC, coming to build nuclear, power plant in the state. I don't know if in your bid to, cultivate talent, hunt, and also building synergy and then increasing the technological, base in Kogi State, if we can also, synergize with the China in bringing, to come with idea, talent to come and maybe establish department or faculty of nuclear engineering in the university that we can use to launch, so that we can use it to, cultivate talent and build local content, such that as you are building your nuclear power plant, you are not only going to bring Chinese, because Excellency is a promoter and ardent believer in local content. So we will be able to have our own student, a product of nuclear engineering, faculty of our own university to be part of the project. I don't know if you can help us to harness that as quick as possible.
I'm working on this agenda because we need the talents, young people. We can work with CNC. CNC also has a collaboration with Chinese university, especially Tsinghua University. We need technology, we need engineers. So I hope that we can discuss in detail later that if the CNC can, for example, if we can have a faculty here in the Kogi University here, it's good. And if I think there is a possibility. We can do, for example, send Chinese teachers to also you can bring students to China. I hope that you can think about this to choose some young guys go to Chinese university. Then you have to. Pakistan is a very good lesson. Argentina, we certainly work. We have experience that how can we let young people first to go technically. We need an engineer. We need the architect. So I firmly support CNC can work on this. For example, the send student work with CNC to CNC also not only is a nuclear facility, nuclear power plant, the research institute, because it takes time. This is the reason why I'm advocating in the whole African continent. I think Nigeria is taking the lead. South Africa is doing, they have nuclear power plant, they have nuclear research facilities, and Algeria, Egypt. But I found that Nigeria, this is the reason I talked to the chairman, if you have time to go to Kogi State, talk to the governor, because he's working at the federal level. The state government, this governor is elected. If the whole state has the common sense, there is a possibility we can work with the Kogi. It takes time. This is relating security, relating the public system, relating the how can we treat spend bill. Why CNC? I think that because I work in this
this company 23 years. I'm a little bit selfish. I would like to get them to serve in Nigeria. This reason, if China, CNC can invest in Nigeria, we should not borrow money from them. If they can invest here, we can discuss. Also, we can borrow from China to get positional loan. But whatever things, the biggest thing at first, we have to get people to here or in China to try to step by step. For example, we need operator. How many operators we have? So 400. First, we have to get 400 operators try to during the construction and after construction. So this is really, I think, maybe is the first time. This is the big picture here. But I'm hoping that you can use your photo one and try to get information from China, and also you can get information from the IEA. I personally, because of climate change, because of the people think of solar energy, wind energy. In China, we also use solar energy and wind energy, but this is the complementary supply because it's not. We cannot rely on that. We depend on the weather. How can we get enough energy from the sun or from the wind? But nuclear really now can last
can manage 80 years. That means nearly 100 years in nuclear. If we start now, that we could use the power plant about 80 years. This is why the international community are adopting IEA advocating of nuclear technology. But there is a debate, there is an argument. So we think that my personal assessment, Nigeria in the coming 10 of, because coal is not choice. Chinese policy is very clear that we cannot build coal-fired plant in China, and also we are not allowed to build coal-fired overseas. This is the reason I'm thinking here solar energy. Also, we have photovoltaic. So I think that, Your Excellency, energy really is a problem. I hope that whatever nuclear energy, photovoltaic or solar wind, let them give you some information, and we can discuss in detail today. Because this is really critical. We have to solve this problem. Without energy, we have to rely on federal government. Sometimes federal government also has a lot of difficulties. I talked to the Minister of Power, and also the big thing, for example, Zhongguo Chinese hydropower plant is also done by a Chinese company. But whatever, I think that we should make choice, make decision. But this is not right now, but we have to collect information, try to understand. For example, if you don't go to China, if you don't go to nuclear power plant, you say, okay, this is not safe. This is not safe. People couldn't understand. People always think Fukushima. Fukushima, because of I today not talking about Fukushima. We have only 3 nuclear accidents. One is in Chernobyl, one is in the U.S., Ireland, one is now here in Japan. So technically speaking, I'm not an expert, but maybe in the future I share my personal. Here, now the nuclear energy is safe. This is not about we cannot possibly hope nothing could happen. But now China, we have you can just use the passive active, the leading edge to protect the safety of the nuclear facilities. I hope that maybe today is not enough to share all the information, but it's just keep up speed. Please.
Your Excellency, I'm sorry I'm taking our time. You know, we are young people in government and we are eager to see development. And this is one of its kind. That is why you see all of us trying to ask questions. Now in Kogi here, His Excellency have done so much, you know, on the aspect of security. So much so that you can regard Kogi State as the safest state in the country today. So if you are bringing your investment to Kogi State, we are guaranteeing you of security, number 1. 2, we have land that can host your nuclear power plant anywhere you choose. We have that land that we can contribute as equity. Of course, you've been around in Nigeria. You know the economic situation of the world and Nigeria in particular. What will you be requesting from Kogi State as the host, aside security and land resources?
When you get to a technical aspect, you go into all of that.
Okay.
You can discuss everything.
We love to do it. We can discuss in detail. Really, you just mentioned the security here. And I hope that since this is I don't know whether you agree with me. I'm thinking that if a synergy and CCECC can work with us to make a difference. You just mentioned that we need security, but security needs development. Without development, you cannot achieve security. So there is a logic thing. This is logical things. Young people, I hope that sending young people first send him to China and to try to get your feeling. Then when you come back, you could have good idea to support his ex-governor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Shall we put our hands together for our visitors? Once more, please. Thank you. Your Excellency, sir, may I, at this point in time, humbly request your very humble self to present your address. Your Excellency, sir.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Kogi State, the Secretary to the Government of Kogi State, staff, all other government officials. Your Excellency, the proud 14th Chinese ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Qui Jian Chun, and the delegation, head of delegation from CNNC, Mr. Wang Amin, right, and all other delegations they are present, and the representative of the one we know, I can say our own, the CECC. They are most welcome. Invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today I'm quite pleased to receive the ambassador, the proud 14th ambassador of China to Nigeria, here in Kogi State today. Kogi State is a confluence of opportunity, not only confluence of rivers Niger and Benue. I'm so glad in the sense that this is the first time we are having an ambassador of one of the greatest countries in this world seated with us for hours, making presentations about development, about what binds us together, about our common interests. I can see that is why China, as a country, have so much distinguished themselves and stood clearly among the community of nations, or especially developed world. I can see sincerity. I can see commitment to development. I can see commitment to relationship. And I can see the reason why China is what it is today. And sincerely speaking, I don't have much speech to make. For you to be here in Kogi State today and took your time along with your entourage to make this wonderful presentation to us here in Kogi State, I can tell you categorically that This is a sincere government relating with another sincere government. You have made very wonderful, eloquent presentation. You can see from the part of Kogi State that enthusiasm to accept your presentation, to work with you, to internalize what you have presented, and to foster that relationship. We are ready to engage and go into a serious business relationship with China. We've had several Chinese corporations and individuals who we've been relating with in the past. I think this is the first time we're going to have a deep relationship that is between Kogi State and China. If you have had relationship with Nigeria in the past and present and other subnationals, be rest assured that the relationship with Kogi State and Kogi State government under my leadership as the executive governor of Kogi State, ours is going to be different. We shall take it to the next level, and we will want to have our own tie stronger with you than the one you have with Nigeria. In fact, we want our own bond, our own tie, to be stronger than the one you have with Russia. Because we know surely the relationship with Russia is very strong. Historically. And today we are making history. Here also in Nigeria, in Kogi State. So you're most welcome, Mr. Ambassador. I've taken note of almost everything you said. I've seen your presentation. Your technical team and my team are just too eager. It's like a magnet, positive and negative charge, attracting themselves, so strongly. So we are so eager to attract ourselves and then bond together for common interest of the good people of Kogi State, Nigeria, and China at large. We're going to foster that relationship with synergy. We have our own areas of needs and demands. Of course, there exist several problems that are confronting us today. You have been confronted with such problems in the past as a country and as a people of China. Politically, economically, and otherwise. So in Nigeria, we are passing through our own phase now. And it is good that we have a partner in China to partner with and to help us get out of the problems we are having today. Security-wise, energy-wise, economic, political, and several others. And I know that by the time we engage ourselves sincerely, in no distant time we shall come out of this. And you can only make money or profit or prosper when you solve the problem. So, we are supposed to solve the problems that are confronting us. Here in Kogi State, we don't run away from problems. We face the problem, we confront it, and solve the problem. So the solution you're bringing to us today to ensure that Kogi State becomes the new power hub in this country is highly welcome. We will partner with you to ensure that we deploy the latest technology, just like we are deploying the latest technology in terms of healthcare service delivery. We want to equally partner with you, not only to generate energy or power, but also to deploy the latest technology to secure our people. In that process, your economic and other interests here in Kogi State and Nigeria at large will be guaranteed. Kogi State is in central, like I said, bordering 10 states. If here remains 100 or absolutely secure, we can export that security to our neighboring states. And we can vicariously extend same to the country at large. I sincerely welcome you once again. I thank you. Have a nice stay in Kogi State. We are very hospitable. A modest achievement will be presented to you. We just gave you our referral compendium. I think you can go online to equally see what we've done. And then, of course, you'll be relating with our people. You move around and see everything that we've been able to achieve here in Kogi State. And you will be convinced that we need to foster a more synergy and cooperation here in Kogi State. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, sir, the Deputy Governor of Kogi State will present vote of thanks on behalf of the government and good people of Kogi State. Thereafter, we have national anthem. They will go outside for group photograph.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Ayabelo, Your Excellency, the Chinese Ambassador, the 14th Chinese Ambassador to Nigeria, the leader of the delegation from CNNC, the Secretary of the State Government, Chief of Staff, Head of Service, Deputy Chief of Staff, and other members of the new direction government of Kogi State. First, I would like to, on behalf of His Excellency and the entire people of Kogi State, appreciate you for your passion to partner and synergize with Nigeria and Kogi State. Your summary of what you took this house through regarding what China government and the NNC will do with Kogi State. We want to appreciate the leader of the delegates for his commendation of the hospitality of Kogi State since he arrived in Kogi. The presenter, you did a wonderful job of taking us through what you intend to do as regards the nuclear power plant. We appreciate you. All those who have asked questions, contributed, we appreciate your contributions, but most importantly, we want to thank His Excellency, the Executive Governor, for making Kogi State safe, secure, to be able to have the ambassador of the Chinese government here in Kogi State, in spite of the insecurity challenges across the country. It's a wonderful engagement, and we believe, just like His Excellency has said, that we'll continue to increase and improve our security situation because we are the center of this nation, we are bordered by 10 other states, and a secured Kogi State invariably is a secured Nigeria. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, sir, shall we all rise up for the singing of the Nigeria and China national anthem?